You're listening to Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast. Comics, television, movies, and more. If it impacts fan culture, we have something to say about it. And now, your hosts, Jordan, Cliff, and Seth.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to whatever we are, Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast. My name is Colonel Jordan Lowe.
Oh, I feel like I'll be Lieutenant Cliff Barnes.
There's Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes? Seth Eyes.
Much like the real G.I. Joe, we don't know how ranks work, and like whoever's in charge of
Doesn't matter.
The chain of command meant very little at G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I was pretending I couldn't talk,
Hey.
but that's not working too well for an audio podcast.
I remember the episode with the chain. Was it in the movie? It was Hawk, then it was Duke, and then Flint says, then it's me, and then it's you, Beachhead. I remember that vividly.
I'm whoever's chewing gum. Who's the guy chewing gum?
Chuckles?
No.
Breaker.
No, it's like
Stealer.
Breaker, Stealer. I don't know.
It
Clutch.
was Breaker.
Is Clutch
Breaker.
maybe? Breaker?
No, it wasn't.
We're going to find out.
We are huge G.I. Joe fans, everybody.
Yeah, we don't. If
The
you're bigger
hugest.
G.I. Joe fans than us, get in line. There's tons of people that know more about this than us. We're just three freaking dudes that thought we were big fans of G.I. Joe, and now we're gonna watch this cartoon. And I haven't seen it in 40 years. I want to see what I was loving on.
So our last episode, we kind of talked about our origin stories as fans, and a common thread through all three of our stories was a love for G.I. Joe. So maybe, we've kept up on it to lesser and greater degrees throughout the years, but we always have a warm spot for that animated series. After school, Saturday mornings, good time. So we just decided to throw a wrench into our plans and just watch the first episode, maybe do some commentary over top of it. So check out the link in wherever you found this podcast, and that will link to the YouTube page, Hasbro's official page for episode 1, season 1, G.I. Joe Real American Hero, the Cobra Strikes, the Mass Device Part 1, the thing that kicked it all off. It was a 5-part miniseries that they put out to see if the kids would bite, and bite we did. We bit.
We absolutely did.
Yeah. So we are about to hit play, and you can listen along with us. We're going to watch this for the first time. My first time in...
Yeah, I don't even know if I've ever seen this episode.
I got the DVD.
I bet you
when
have.
they put the DVD box sets out. I got at least the first couple
I
of
don't have
DVDs.
that.
So I know I've watched it in the last 15 years, maybe. So
The only cartoons I have on DVD are the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. So
That's another.
well, that'll be the next one.
that's the next podcast.
Okay.
All right. So
Is that
what we'll
Willie
do?
Ames? Because the Dungeons and Dragons does. Okay.
So what we'll do here is we each have it pulled up. We're all at home, and we'll count it down and hit play. We've got it. All of our videos are set at 0-0, and then we'll give it the old yo-jo and we'll hit play. Right. Okay.
Count her down.
3, 2, 1, yo-jo.
That's some planes.
Well, this was a
That was
boss.
Duke, right? That was Duke. Yeah. I see Gung Ho, Stalker.
Yeah, this was the original crew here.
Yeah. Name all these vehicles.
Oh, I had the
Death
vamp.
Row,
The Clutch. Snake Eyes, the Commando
Stalker,
version.
Scarlet Run By.
Got the Mobat.
High collar. We all love that high collar. They jetpack on Stalker. Throwing some dynamite and shooting it like you're supposed to. Working out while there's a big fight.
Kung Fu moves.
Remember, we counted down our best theme songs. This one almost
high
got
up
to the
there.
end, didn't it?
This was
Yeah,
high
it
up
was
there.
pretty high.
Yeah.
Pretty high.
What's that
Explained
helicopter?
everything.
That's the Fang.
The Fang. Okay. Well, Major Blood.
Major Blood. This is, oh man, that
That's
every
a good
episode.
opening right there. I'm
Yeah.
in. Locked in. 5 out of 5. Okay.
Got
Got some shadows of planes flying over the land.
Sky
I feel
Strike.
like I'm doing. This looks like Flight Simulator. I could fly these planes.
Yeah.
We're in the danger zone.
Yeah. Where's Harold Faltermeyer when you need him?
You are not
We're
safe.
Up. Cobras are slithering.
What?
ooh,
Oh my
Snake Eyes.
gosh. He's almost killed. Snake Eyes is looking rough.
Snake Eyes was not the star of this show. They didn't know what to do with a character that couldn't talk.
No. Weak. This is some pretty interesting camera movements.
Down and let's discuss your future as a mental patient.
Bacteria brains.
Oh, come on, Duke.
It's
Scarlet.
a lady.
Was a lady?
Teammate a hand. I missed
Man.
you, Duke.
You certainly did.
Duke and Scarlet were a thing?
oh yeah, in the cartoon, that's
Cartoon.
yeah.
I forgot all about that. Okay, they're just gonna shoot some missiles at each other. Oh, was that Major Blood? Oh, Stalker just got out of the way. Oh, it's blow up
Just
the whole
barely.
place. Get somebody get in the pit. What's this thing? Are they shooting back? Surface to air or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, a lot of fun. Jeez, this is a major attack we got going on. Major
They-
Blood. That makes
yeah.
sense. Major Blood, major attack.
These aren't the lasers, the red and green lasers. These are like actual
No,
bullets.
it's not.
This was before that, yeah.
Oh,
This-
it's not easy to roll with an M4 on your back.
Man of action.
I'm a man of action on Green Sheet. Oh, I like that. Sky Strikers.
yeah, so this followed, after Reagan had deregulated children's television, they were finally allowed
Oh,
to.
so no holds barred.
Yeah,
Just
they
full on. Anybody could wear a freaking Fat Albert helmet like that and an eye patch.
Hold tight.
they don't need oxygen, nothing. It was just put your helmet on and go.
Man. There we go.
That should have been the noise. You need
Those
There
lasers.
is a
retreat,
lot of
like,
billions
Cobra's
of
always
dollars.
known
Billions of dollars
Full alert.
in
Cobra's
destruction.
up to something
They've
big.
invested a lot in this cartoon. Ooh. There's a storm a brewing.
It's ominous.
Up, Castle Grayskull or something. What is this? I'm confused. Cobra
This was,
what? Manor?
Cobra Castle.
Cobra Castle.
That looks a
I'd say
lot
so.
like issue 21 when Snake Eyes has to infiltrate the castle. It looks
Yeah.
much
It
like the
does.
design from the comic.
Okay, it's a Taskmaster. No,
Yeah.
it's Diabetes.
Diabetes. Oh, the closed captioning is exactly right.
Yeah,
Something's off. Something's off. What are those things? Oh, it's just like the
Robot.
Computers.
yeah.
They're
Yeah.
Disney.
Oh, it's got
animatronics.
it sticks his hand in there like the Gom Jabbar.
We are
Uh,
disappointed.
I love a
You
turning
were
around
Man,
chair.
look at that throne.
Shadow Destro.
The shipment was
Oh, it was
difficult,
Destro all along.
and I lost more time
Should've known.
climbing
One of the best
this
voices ever in
ridiculously
cartoons.
melodramatic location.
Is this a famous person I should
I
know
don't
about?
think so, but just the way he does. Cobra
Oh, he's
Kai.
good. It's got a good, yeah.
Him and Panther from Thundercats
Yeah.
have the best, like,
Man,
deep bass voices.
we need Logan here to talk like
Logan,
Cobra Commander.
our
He
pal
can
Logan
do a
does
good
a perfect
Cobra
Cobra
Commander, yeah.
But will they work?
Exotic substances, what are they?
The mass
Hmm.
device.
There was a pink substance, a blue.
I think
substance?
that's insulation. And
don't touch that. It'll stick your fingers.
you'll be
The
itching
fuel the
all day.
device which shall bring the world to its knees.
So this is how we get 5 episodes out of this. Is each of these
Each
components is in a different location, and they got to track them down. Like,
Oh, okay. He's got a little microchip. This is pretty good for 80 whatever. Homing device.
Then we shall not
oh.
fail. Load the mass pods quickly. It is the first step towards Cobra domination of the universe.
They have electric. There's like giant torches.
Ooh, rolling them credits. Oh, we got a commercial.
return
Is
after
there going to be a
these
commercial?
messages.
Oh man, those interstitials, man, those were hearing that. I mean that's nostalgia right there. That
It's
grabs
back
you.
on.
No
and he yells,
admittance.
like, "Ah."
We're back. Hurry, get back. I got my bowl of cereal. I'm spilling all over my beanbag.
Another lady.
Oh, so
I
that's a
presume
lady?
Your request for G.I. Joe was filed correctly, General Flag. Form BX 257, requisition order LZ19 in triplicate.
oh,
Duke, this is Major Juanita Hooper from
Juanita
the Office of
Hooper.
Budget
Ooh,
and
that was a
Accounting,
Duke face there.
budget and accounting at the Pentagon. The heck, this is like
So this is another kind of staple of
the
GI
Trade
Joe.
Federation. Come
Is
on.
like
A lot of
poking at the
paperwork.
military and the hierarchies and the wasted bureaucracy and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. That was always kind of a
Red
G.I. Joe
tape. There's
staple.
red tape everywhere.
Its safety until launch time tomorrow. So
you want the G.I. Joe team to try a break-in to test your defenses. Am I right,
Classic
General?
scenario. We need to break in to
way
test
ahead of
your
me and
defenses.
Not a very wise procedure, dollar-wise.
but necessary nonetheless, Major.
Oh
I'll
man,
bet that's a mask. I bet that's not even a real lady.
Oh, I'll rip his face off. I'd got away for it with it if it wasn't for you crazy
Snake eyes,
freaking
snake eyes, snake eyes.
soldiers. Snake Eyes is the Tom Cruise of G.I. Joe. Yeah, face it. Okay, what's going on here? There he's going. He's got the lapel. Each went over, broke his ankle. What's Scarlet know? She got her rocket on her back. Got to get her Casio thing. Let Stalker know so he can.
Here's the lasers.
Yep. It's coming in. Everybody's playing games on their watches.
Yep. And
Ramp.
Stalker. Oh, that's probably why he was my first GI Joe figure. Stalker. Was.
Yeah. He's evil Knievel and it all. They're up. That's how I get on the roof.
Yeah, flip
Get
right
my
up there.
motorcycle. Let it get destroyed as I flip onto the roof. Jeez. She goes right through the door. I bet it was unlocked.
The notion that the G.I. Joe team could breach these defenses
roasted
is
marshmallows
totally
out there?
ludicrous.
Ludicrous speed.
Man, that's the team you want right there. Stalker, Scarlet,
Yes.
and
Oh,
Snake Eyes.
classic
But
team.
your success only proves security here is adequate.
You
Good
just lost me,
luck.
sir.
Brilliant commando work got 3 of you inside, but it'd take dozens of.
So this is
people
episode
killing
1.
you
I mean, this is.
to
I
steal
mean,
the
as an
satellite.
introduction
Force your
would go. I
size
mean,
just
this
couldn't
they
do
throw you right
Why
into
not
it.
show them
Yeah.
the satellite, General?
You're the main
Great, you got
character.
3 in, but you couldn't steal a satellite with 3 people.
Mm-mm.
Oh, the what? You think?
Let me show you.
Try us. Where's the satellite?
Magnificent contraption, isn't it? Too expensive for what it does,
Okay,
however.
what the hell is this thing?
And
do?
just what does it do? This is the ultimate relay star. It can receive and send the most powerful energy to anywhere
can
at
simply-
any time.
Once it's in orbit, there'll be no safe hiding place.
Ooh, get HBO at the pit.
Now let's tour the site.
Feel this right?
Outside.
Skinamax will come in
This isn't the
perfectly.
combat
Your
mission.
grandparents won't wake up.
Oh,
Oh, planting
Super.
the Cobra thing. You knew it all along. You've
Yeah.
seen this before.
Something just wasn't sitting right with me and that old lady.
Well,
nobody
Juanito.
goes on their ear that much.
Now, Cobra Commander.
Cobra, come on.
Agent will seize the
Seize the molecules. We got the insulation. We got the blue stuff and the
Like a blue Slurpee.
Yeah, it's icy from Kmart.
Blue raspberry.
And send them here to us.
Not sure about the yellow yet.
M.A.S.S is
Yeah,
ready.
you don't know what that is.
What that component.
Seems
Yeah,
pretty
like the G.I. Joe
harmless.
cereal they put out.
It's some sort of inert thing that is just there for filler.
Stolen dollars, you titanium-faced turkey.
Titanium
The
face.
operating temperatures. Instead of beaming the satellite back here, I'll send an assault
What a
ship
slam,
to bring it
titanium
out.
face.
Troopers, to the sending grid.
What makes you think it'll work this time? I could lose men, material.
Destro should have been he was always in the cartoon.
How come
He
he's
was the
not the
bigger
boss?
threat?
Yeah,
why
he's just
is-
a weapons guy. He's just a freaking attaché. He tries not to get too involved.
Yeah, that's part of the problem with these daily cartoons where Cobra Commander loses horribly every week, every day of the week,
Yeah.
and they let him be in charge.
Well, until Serpentor came along. That's a. I mean,
a lot
how
of
does-
lasers.
Yeah. How? It doesn't.
Oh, was it Baroness all along?
Oh.
I'm glad you didn't spoil that for me.
Now, finish them off!
Wow.
Quick, the emergency doors are closing.
Now it's exciting. The Baroness is here.
We need another way in.
The satellite had to be raised into launch position by gantry elevators.
On target, Scarlet. We can position those elevators properly. We can lift the silo walls right off their
A lot
foundation.
of exp-
Oh,
Duke
lift the silo walls.
Duke's mansplaining Scarlet's
Good
own
job.
plan back to her.
Good job, Scarlet. Now listen to me. Tell you what's going to happen.
What? Take defensive positions!
Ooh, the settings on that gun did a couple different things.
His tanks.
They're like updated M1s. We got just a tank
Red,
set
red,
now.
red versus
Nobody's
blue.
driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, red versus blue. We got the little tanks just getting blown up everywhere.
One shot.
It's
can blow up
expensive.
the whole thing.
You incompetent steelhead.
Steelhead.
Look how
titanium
he's standing.
face.
Premature
Yeah.
panic is the sign of an immature mind.
David Bowie or
I
something.
have
Yeah.
mastered the device.
Or Mick
Coordinates
Jagger, maybe.
locked, temperature perfect. There.
Let's push these random
It's
buttons.
over,
and
Baroness. You and Major Blood step out.
Lay down your
weapons.
weapons, lady. She'll never do it.
They're so.
You might be able to
defeat-
take Major Blood, but you'll never.
I'm afraid our surrender has
Canceled.
been
You're canceled.
Not so fast, Baroness.
Oh, Duke.
Oh, Duke got
Duke.
caught up in it.
Duke!
I thought that's how Hawk got out of here. We were gonna get. That's how we got Duke, but no. Oh man, I gotta go fill up my bowl. More tricks.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
Okay, beam me up,
Mm-hmm.
bloody. Okay. Oh, Duke is just flipping Cobra dorks left and right.
I want him
These guys shoot worse than
alive, you
stormtroopers.
fool.
I mean, it says it right in the theme song. He'll never give up.
No. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys on him.
Take him
That's
to
how
the
many it takes to
slave
get Duke.
pens and prepare him for sport.
The slave pens, not the brig, not the jail or the
No,
dungeon. It's
there-
the
we must make
slave
sport
pens.
of him. This is Cobra is nothing if not theatrical.
Have the three precious elements. We are
All right, we're sending something up into space, as you do. Orbits has been.
No one can stop.
Our breath will be minty fresh.
All right, we're in Europe now. Ah, yes, France. There we go. The Eiffel Tower. Who's this? Got a little another Cobra thing on the Eiffel Tower.
Any luck yet?
Breaker.
Nothing. What about Cobra's weird fade-in, fade-out technique?
Who's that guy?
Computer says it might be
Yeah,
a
Weirdo.
that's Steve.
transference. If so, a
Nobel Prize-winning scientist, Dr. Laszlo Van
Dr. Vanderveer.
world's leading expert. Last place he was
World's
seen
leading.
Of course.
farm in New
I had
England.
that figure.
Last seen in New England.
Oh, they're trying to get that Skinamax again.
Monumental microchips. Looks like Cobra took over every television and radio terminal in the world.
Got some Wild Bill in there.
We have a power greater than any in the history of mankind.
Look and tremble. Look at us. We have just turned the Eiffel Tower into nothing. It's gone. Like David Copperfield.
Yeah.
We have
My favorite
stolen.
Cobra Field.
Oh, yes. Yes. Eat your heart out, Barbenheimer. David Copperfield here.
Cobra.
Duke wakes up in cuffs. He's in the slave pens.
Oh, you know it.
But everybody's just got like a
They have
hospital
fashionable
gown on with the ass
headbands,
hanging
though.
out. Headbands.
Where am I? Can you
I
understand
played
me?
that game.
Why doesn't he have to wear a thing that messes with his mind? Everybody else has a mind-controlling headband.
Those pulsing lights look like the readout on some sort of brain scanner.
Not him.
Water. Please.
They only have shoes on.
Do you have water?
Do you have water?
It's useless to speak with the slaves, Duke. They are mindless creatures of the Cobra
That's a different
organization.
outfit than I remember.
You will soon be one of them. After you have appeared in the
Why did she wear
arena of
green
sport.
glasses all the time?
I don't know.
She saw
Bunch of
G.I. Joe
helicopters.
green.
Bunch
Oh,
of
yeah.
Apache helicopters coming in over the heartland.
Jordan, is that the Dragonfly or was that just a general?
This is just a regular helicopter. It's not Dragonfly. There we got
There's
some
Wild Bill
scientist painting.
Dr.
Bunch of-
Vandermeer, look out.
It's tied to a tree. Another one's painting.
Oh.
Here comes Scarlet and
Yeah, I
somebody.
think that's a Dragonfly.
Okay. Snake Eyes, nothing to say.
Oh,
Was that
What,
blood?
what a waste
Was
of
that
a
his
mask.
helmet?
yeah.
Probably took hours to apply that mask and he rips it off
Right.
immediately.
Immediately.
All right. Tom Cruise is rolling over in his grave. Logs are just catching on fire. It's always. Oh,
They're holding up pretty good. If a blast can take out a tank in one shot, that
Yeah,
log is
Not
doing
those
all right.
logs.
Nope.
does Blood have like a metal arm like Winter Soldier, or what's he got going on?
I think it's
Okay,
supposed to
we got-
just be armor, but
Windmill!
oh,
Oh my gosh.
watch out, you'll get
Gung Ho!
cancer.
Gung Ho grabbed 3 Cobra guys. Scarlet's right by the pig pen. Snake Eyes pushed Blood into the pig pen. Pigs everywhere. There's mud in your eye.
We're just gonna run away.
That's it.
Ceasefire! They've had it!
She's looking old
Dr.
there.
Vandermeer, what happened?
Cobra. They picked my brain. They stole the secrets of M.A.S.S. You were working on the M.A.S.S device?
Is that
Not a
Steelers?
mass device.
And the only force powerful
I
enough
don't
to
know.
counter it is another M.A.S.S device.
Trying to remember
We've
the
got to
original.
make one. Back to headquarters.
I can begin construction on the M.A.S.S
The
device.
mass device. What's it? It's supposed to be mass destruction? It's a mass
It
device.
stands, if it's G.I. Joe, it stands for M.A.S.S. stands for something.
Oh, a mass. Okay, okay. So,
Oh,
what's mass stand for? Yes.
I must find a way to help you.
Welcome to the Cobra Arena of Sport, Duke. We are pleased you have agreed to participate in our games.
Again, the money Cobra shelled out for their giant gladiator
The only game
arena.
that interests me is kicking in your fangs.
Come now, Duke. Where's your
they had a big
spirit of
budget.
Playing
competition?
some Atari.
It is useless powerless to resist. Your motor reflexes are entirely in my control. Now bow so the sport
Oh
may begin.
man, they finally got one of them headphones on him. He's got an Atari controller. That's
Yeah,
like
they're
cutting edge technology.
up and
Oh,
down,
he's
up and
he's
down,
controlling dude perfectly. He's like, if you were blowing me, this is what it's a M.A.S.S
they
is
got
a matter transference machine. Oh, who's this guy?
It's Conan the Barbarian.
He's big. This is a big dude.
Yeah.
Mass transference machine. This is the thing that's teleporting them around. That's their mass device.
You are my slave, Duke, and soon the whole world
He's knocked down pillars. So is this like Samson? Cut his hair.
He's got a He-Man.
Got long
outfit
hair.
on.
He's got long hair. I bet cut his hair off. He loses his stick. Oh, quick! Drink the milk. Pour it out.
You knew it was coming.
Gonna have to come back tomorrow, boys and girls.
What? Oh, shoot.
Cliffhanger.
Next episode, things are gonna happen. Snake Eyes. They're in the snow. Oh, there was snow job. Is that his name?
Yeah, Snow Job.
There's some.
Oh, I remember those
Crystals
things.
of death. Take an entire army and pukes. Hang gliders. I love the hang glider. I had them. I had me some G.I. Joe hang
That's
gliders.
exactly what happened too. They broke.
Yeah, immediately.
But they were cool looking. They were sweet. Love me a hang glider and that was a sweet ride there, guys.
Yeah.
Big cliffhanger. Wow. Man, that's exciting.
Still hits 40 years later.
It's still
1983 Sunbow Productions.
Whew. I don't know what to tell you.
So definitely made for TV, made for kids. Eventually had the classic. Now you know, knowing is half the battle. We had to learn a lesson every episode.
Where was that? I didn't see it.
They weren't there yet.
Oh.
Yeah. But that was the introduction for how many of us? I mean, G.I. Joe was a toy from the 60s and 70s and that they reworked and after Star Wars and decided they were going to put out 3 3/4 inch figures and have the comic book and then eventually came this series which introduced us and probably made some sense out of those figures that were in wave 1 or whatever. So pretty cool.
So Larry Hama designed the company designed figures. They had a commando and a jungle guy and an Arctic guy, and then they gave it to Marvel to come up with backstories and character names and hometowns and code names and all this stuff. So that's where Larry Hama came in, who designed most of this stuff, but has over the years had says he's never watched the cartoon, had nothing to do with it, doesn't even like to be asked about it because it's not he did the comics.
Yeah.
And the behind the scenes stuff, and then whatever they did with the cartoon didn't seem to be. I don't know, if it was my characters, I'd want to know what they were doing with them. I would think that's cool, but he was sort of not involved in any way with the cartoon. So
the molecular assembler scrambler sender.
There's a lot going on. That was 20 minutes, action packed, multiple big battle scenes, very colorful. You could pick the characters out. You knew who was who. Even from this first episode, you could tell there are a lot of different personalities. So, for an army show, you think a bunch of army guys in green fatigues, it could be confusing for a kid. But I think they had figured it out right off the bat.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yo, Joe.
Definitely some classic elements in there from the get-go. So I think we've talked maybe previously about Snake Eyes. He was the big the big star immediately. But that original version that we saw in this episode, that was the Commando version that came about. He wasn't supposed to be all black. He was supposed to have, his outfit would have been different colors, and it's so happened with the toy line. They had to, ended up going over budget, and they had to come up with a way to make production a little cheaper. And somebody said, well, what if we just paint one of them all black? And that's how that classic look came about. So,
well, just even in that cartoon, he looks, like nothing. His suit's a little baggy. But the fact that he's like the guy that says nothing, he still sticks out.
Yeah,
no
they don't
explanation.
talk to him. They don't acknowledge that he's there.
Yeah.
But the fact that he is there does make him interesting. Like, even that, he's an interesting character. Like, you're drawn to. Like, who is that guy that's not saying anything? I could be that guy.
Yeah.
Why is Scarlett going for Duke when she could go for that guy?
Yeah, that guy doesn't say anything. He's not fucking telling her what to do.
Oh, shoot. So, that's fun.
Yeah.
Fun little thing. Something different.
Did you guys know the current comics, Snake Eyes is back and can talk?
No.
Had you heard that?
What's he have to say?
He still only had a few words, but he talked. So Larry Hama killed off Snake Eyes in the IDW run and replaced him. Sean Collins became Snake Eyes for a while, and then Don Moreno became the female Snake Eyes. Got all his memories downloaded from the whatever the brain machine is.
M.A.S.S.
So we had two Snake Eyes running around. So at the very end of the IDW run, they were cloning. They were trying to create a new Serpentor, and they ended up cloning Snake Eyes again as well. So we had his mind was still in the I can't remember the name of it. It goes all the way back to the very beginning of the Marvel series, the Dr. Venom's brainwave scanner. There we go, the brainwave scanner. So all Snake Eyes' memories were still uploaded in the brainwave scanner. So they cloned a new body for him and downloaded it, so he doesn't have the damage to his throat and the wartime damage. So he can actually talk now. So he and Scarlett have had some combos.
I just can't imagine what he has to say.
He's like, why were you running around with Duke on that cartoon show?
Right. Yeah. He should just, he's like, I've been meaning to mansplain a lot of stuff to you.
I've been holding it in.
Sit down. Pop a squat. I got to tell you some stuff you've been doing wrong. I like your Pearl Jam shirt. Name 3 songs of theirs.
You'd rather be with the bear in the woods. Let me just slice that thing up for you.
All right.
When it comes down to it, we're always going to pick G.I. Joe over Transformers every time.
Oh, yeah. Screw Transformers.
In the life is black and white. Life is yin and yang. Life is G.I. Joe and Transformers. And we know what side our bread is buttered on.
That's right. It doesn't, but the true thing that brings G.I. Joe fans and Transformers fans together is it doesn't matter which one's your favorite. You all wear the same shoes.
That's true. True.
Cannot argue that logic. It's been proven scientifically.
Proven.
All right, thanks for listening, everyone. We'll be back with some form of this show. We might just make it up on the fly again next time. That's what happens sometimes. My name is Jordan Lowe.
Cliff Barnes.
I'm Seth. Bye forever.
Ka-Pow, the pop cultured podcast, is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Sounds, music, and clips played during the podcast are property of copyright holders. All original content is property of www.udownwithkpp.com. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a comment. Ka-Pow, the Pop Cultured Podcast, can be found on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, and wherever podcasts can be found. You can connect with us through social media on Facebook, YouTube, at the Ka-Pow Podcast on Twitter, or email the show, Ka-Pow, the Pop Cultured Podcast, @gmail.com. If you really want to go the extra mile, join our Patreon at patreon.com/udownwithkpp for special content and access to Patreon-only benefits. We are grateful for anyone who chooses to contribute, but please know that most of our content will remain free. So please continue to like, comment, and share.